Gonna hit you right on the jet stream from the other side. They'll be calling you a radical. So let's get back to this. Do you know about David Goldberg? She's the CEO. She's got a nuclear subnaft after her. She just magically appeared. They just met at a party. She become bazillionaire, gazillionaire. Paperclip on Balco, Zuckerberg, Sugar Mountain. He never invented Facebook. Bill Gates never invented the operating system. Jeff Bezos was a bookseller and everybody went broke. Not him. How come? They're supported by global oligarchs. Not my words. Edward Snow jobs. This country has never... I was working on a PhD when I got sick, as you know. You know, I'm an anti-nuclear, the top of the heap. We were leading up to the 100th anniversary of the Shirtwaist Fire. Where's that book, Ralph? Here it is. He wrote that in 2011. You know, and so that's what we were leading up for our movement, which was called the Post-Ignorance Project, which evolved into Occupy, which evolved into the Million Mass March. You know, it was powerful, invented by Kevin Blanch. Richard Richards, I know him personally. He's from Ogden, Scowcroft from Ogden. Amazing. Amazing what they're throwing out. This country has always been nothing, well, since for 500 years, the European invaders. So you got European oligarch monarchs. Edward Snowjob says that's, you know, and he's a con man. Talk about treason. Where's the chip? Where's the chip? He hands it to Laura, the MIT. This country's always been European monarchs fighting over this land. Last of the Mohicans on CHEMO. You ever seen that movie? The second one? It's a fucking masterpiece, by the way. So, let's go back. The Louisiana Purchase, you know. Est-ce que vous parlez? The French monarchy had this country. The Spanish. It becomes as natural as unleashing cattle onto the Argentine landscape. It becomes as natural as occupying a bird refuge. Huh. The Russian River? Alaska, the Yukon, Oregon, Washington. A lot of California was claimed by, clear into Idaho was claimed by Russia. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know, that's what all it's ever been since they started genociding the indigenous people. By the way, the powwow is Saturday. Weber, it'll be good. It's always good. You know, of course, it's been a couple years since we had anything, right? Boy, they used COVID for some cover. Everything virtual, so Kevin Blanch can't go put my camera in their face and ask them the hard questions. Oh, we're going virtual. So, but it's going to be real. It's going to be at the event center. Interesting, right? I think it'll be good. What a metaphor. So, go Peacocks. So, it's always been a fight over same thing. It's going to fight. This country has always protected war criminals. Always. Always. I mean, King George, Prince Harry, fuck, our fathers and our fathers, royalty set foot on this land. You go back to what Jacqueline Kennedy freaking said about London Liz herself. Just read up. I mean, this country hated freaking royals and monarchs. I mean, we declared our independence against them. We fought the textile war we know was funded by the royals in Europe. That's what they call it in Europe. They don't call it civil war. What a nasty war. Take down this country. I mean, this country's always been a place to exploit for them and fight over it. You know, the map makers. You need to learn to speak American. Sarah Palin said so. Huh. She's such a metaphor for ignorance in this country on both sides. I mean, she says some of the most moronic things in history, like you need to speak American. American Vespucci's from Florence, Italy. Never set foot here. I mean, you think about Tupac. Well, look what they did to that legacy. Not that Tupac, who was a CIA to create gang violence. No, the real Tupac. He fought back. Talk about Homeland Security. You know, Sitting Bull. I mean, freak the longest walk. I mean, these people that fought back. Where's your smallpox blanket? It's right there. This land, that's what this country's been. We fought back in 1945 to 1978. We became the great socialized people who pushed it back. They slowly trickled away. They do not declare Putin a war criminal? Of course they don't. War criminals don't protect. They've always protected kings. Go back to Hirohito. Look what we did to that. We protected him. Oh my God. How many people we killed? The peasants. We've always attacked the peasants and protected the kings. Just because Putin doesn't call himself a czar doesn't mean he's not. Oh, he's a commoner from St. Petersburg. He wrote his own narrative. He made his own documentary. Well, you know who exposed all that. She had him nailed. Dead to rights, she had him. So what did he do? He blew her fucking head off. United States citizen working over there trying to expose this. The opposite of snow job. Now, where's he at? I got to the top, and there was another top. Global oligarchs at the CIA. That's his words, not mine. And he hands the chip to a billionaire, Lord, MIT media. Why would the Japanese puppet Abe on the Fukushima cover-up would come here and speak? Why would he go to the MIT media lab? Aaron Swartz, Aaron Swartz. Michael Hastings, Michael Hastings, Michael Hastings. Megan Rice, Megan Rice, Megan Rice. Reality winner, reality, talk about the reality. I mean, what they've done, Kevin Blanch, you kettle me, I'll kettle you. Oh, it's just coincidence Kevin Blanch got sick. He had the entire field, the most important anti-nuclear activists in the world. Boom! 2011 goes into Boomer on 11/11/11, then starting to do better. Then boom! 2016 at the Bernie rally, at the Trump rally, when I asked Trump, "You're going to talk about Fukushima?" Then don't give him any care. Kick him off Medicaid. You don't think kicking a guy in a bone marrow transplant in critical condition off Medicaid is an attempt to kill him? You know nothing. It's unbelievable. Weaver State, war profiteer. Council of Foreign Relations. The new Stalin. Now what happened to him? He got a little flown him to sea. Pardon me, the Trojan horses called Trump and Kevin Blanch in front of the White House in this shirt and I can't find my cool Russian hat that old military officer gave me. I've been looking all over for it. I can't find it. It's around here somewhere. Obama, Japan. Just think about the USS Reagan trial. I mean, it's around here. I'll find it. You know. So, Oregon makes nuclear energy illegal. Yet, new scale from hell. They finally outed 2 of the bribers in Ohio yesterday. This country has been nothing for 500 years, but European monarchs, they're all related, by the way. And if you don't believe me, I want you to just really think about 9/11. The military was being downsized. This country was so happy in the 90s. I don't think people realize. I was a derivative arbitrage. I did the CPI and the PPI. We used to run it. We were saying we were in the number school business in the country. Then boom, the legendary finance just out of nowhere dies. And they get taken over by supply chain. I mean, how did that? Is that even possible? That happened? Oh, it happened. I live to tell. I have a tale to tell. I mean, it's unbelievable. So you think about 9/11, the gift that keeps on giving. Go ahead. Open the door, and they were all Saudis. The 20th hijacker was probably the only one guilty at Gitmo. They rounded up 5 at Weaver State that day. I was there. Put the tape around. We had students at the towers that day. With Baxter had them there. He knew to get them out. It happened before in '94. The guys who tried to blow it up in '94, where are they at? They had to get more and spending $6 billion. I mean, I see Finks out running his mouth. That Blackwater, he became a billionaire off that war, and we worship him still. The guy was charging $20,000 a plate for food to the government, billing the government. Blackwater. Fink, he's running his mouth out there. He did a statement yesterday. You're talking the greatest war profiteer in human history. Past the Brownings. Here. He passed Mega, Utah. Here. He passed the Wattises. Here. That's saying a lot. At their own wing at the Pentagon. They still do. You know? Blackwater. War profiteers. How come we always protect the kings? Always. Here, Ito. 9/11. All Saudis. All of a sudden this name just pops up. Some bin Laden didn't do 9/11. Didn't his father build up the kingdom? Why is it called Saudi Arabia? I thought it was Arabia. Because the Saudi royal family. Rockefeller, baby. Rothschilds, baby. Rosemary, baby. Russell's, baby. Who's the Russell Trust? Skull and Bones on Balco, on chemo. We always protect the monarchs. Always. We didn't get King George. We sure, FDR, there'll be no monarchs to Churchill after this freaking war. This will be the, if I don't go along with you, we'll go down the same way our cousins went in Russia. They played long ball. Prince Harry in the Walmart trade. You think about it. You go back 30, 40, 60, 80 years and think they King George, who rounded up every man, woman, and child in Brooklyn, New York, and starved him to death. The prison ship memorials. Go to Fort Greene and look at all their bodies. They're there. My bloodline put it there. Abraham Lincoln. Huh. Go look at it. Prince Harry's in the Walmart trophy. Rams, this billionaire, holding the trophy right after the Super Bowl. Why is Prince Harry famous? He an actor? No. He an athlete? No. Did he invent anything? No. Neither did Bill Gates. Neither did freaking Bezos. Bloodlines. Exactly what this country fought against. No bloodlines. No inherited wealth. Donald 1, Donald 2. Trump, Kevin Blanch, holding this shirt in front of the White House. Clintongrad, Trumpgrad, Clintongrad. Trump was 9-1 on Roy. They never get that wrong. You want to see the, beat the odds. March Madness. That's a longer shot than the St. Francis Peacocks. The Russians have occupied the White House. They will never leave. Kevin Blanch. For decades. You wouldn't listen to me. The imperialist. That's what they do in this country. The great American experiment. Meanwhile, why would they first? They come for the native and indigenous people. Then they came for the buffalo. Why would they stop at the Pacific Ocean? They didn't. Building nuclear reactors on the Ring of Fire. Kevin Blanch, all through the 80s and 90s. Where's this going to happen? You keep screaming meltdown. It's going to happen in San Onofre in San Diego. It's going to happen in Diablo Canyon. It's going to happen in Fukushima, Japan. Why? Because they're built on the Ring of Fire. Earthquakes don't exist. Tsunamis don't exist. Hello. We think like this in the United States. The old Russian monarchs. There ain't no forgetting. The outlaw Josie Wells. They don't forget. They think like this. What they did. If you knew the truth, what they did to the indigenous people on this continent, you'd understand this path. This country is nothing more. We always protect the king. We slaughter the peasants. Putin has not been declared a war criminal by the United States, but they declared his military officers, but not him. Here it is. We protect here. We freaking annihilated the island of Japan when it was Hirohito that was the evil. And you want to talk about one of the more evil war criminals in the history of mankind is Hirohito. We protected him. I can get on the whole thing, who his lines are, John Lennon. Whoa. The guy who shot Reagan, he's got a YouTube site. He makes videos. What? Yeah. Saran, the greatest event in human history. Killed Bobby, which changed the whole world. He's a senator. He's alive? No. How about the guy that killed John Lennon? He gets conjugal visits. He's had a couple too. How about, Julian got married yesterday, Such, to his lawyer. He's got a couple kids. Where's Aaron Swartz? Oh, he's dead. Where's Michael Hastings? Oh, he's dead. Where's Megan Rice? Oh, she's dead. Oh, the United States doesn't go after freaking real truthers and activists. Oh. Where's Kevin Blanch? Almost dead. Just coincidence he got cancer on and went into the bone march on 11/11 and was written off. Last of the Mohicans on CHEMO! The Russian River! This land is my land, this land is your land. From shining nuclear radiated sea to... But they went too far. As my daughter says, you call it so perfectly. Leukemia. Cancer. You don't give a fuck about your big boat. You don't care how rich you are. Ask Paul Allen. He was Maxwell's friend. The great equalizer. It kills rich, poor, black, white, brown, up, down. It don't give a fuck about your fucking status. It don't care. And by the way, you think, your money will save you? I was in there. I was in the #1 unit. When my doctor was one of Steve Jobs' doctors, I asked him straight, did he write that? I'm one of the guys that put that into the internet. He says, no doubt in my mind, he wrote it. I was with him towards the end. I saw billionaires roll in there in their live jets, whatever. They can't pay nobody to fight cancer for them. The Yacht Club, blood for boats, blood blows. They show up to COP. In COP in Glasgow, Scotland, unite the clans, the Masonics. I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker, Prince Harry, Your Royal Highness. Prince Charles, his daddy. Now, what happened to Prince Harry's mama? Ooh, the inbreds. You could marry a Cinderella in California. You could be Cinderella. You could marry a prince. She's not Cinderella. Look up the lawsuit of her own sister. She's a liar, like they all are. They play long ball, these monarchs. They're like, Cecil Rhodes, why would we not form a secret organization and take back what is rightfully ours? We are anointed by God. The United States is ours. They're cousins. You do know the so-called English royal family who changed their names in the Russian royal family. We all learned they're all cousins. Tsar Putin, oh yeah, he's a commoner from St. Peter. Okay, all right. Okay, I believe. It's all a big experiment. We always protect the kings. Why did they not declare him a... The oligarchs run this country. And we are nothing but their pawns in their sick, sick, sick game. Putin's one of the greatest war criminals in history. Don't call war criminal war criminal. Cheney, Bush, Obama, Trump, Biden, all war criminals. The great imperialists freaking this decade,